up, guys? Freedom1 here, and welcome to my live reaction and review for Detective Conan chapter 1010. So this is goodbye. Alright, guys, so last week, one of the things I was a little bit confused about Amaro. I do know he's like an agent of some sort, but thank you to one of our awesome subscribers, Mate. I know I can always look forward to your advice and all your information because I know you got all the information. I'm just going to read out what they sent me. Bourbon is an NPA agent, right? Specifically a part of the NPA Security Bureau, Security Planning Department, and is acting as part of the secret police. All right, so that is who Bourbon is. Obviously, last week, the biggest thing about last week's chapter was the very first page where we got Bourbon and Akai guns at each other. As we know, Bourbon wants Akai's head. We both know they were part of the BO. As far as everyone knows, Akai is dead, but he isn't. We know he's actually alive and that he's actually living in Conan's house. And we also know that Bourbon is after him because Akai killed his partner. Alright, so, but then we obviously had the murder of one of the bunny girls, the bunny girl waitresses, by drinking, assumingly, poison. This week, similarly, more than likely we're going to start getting clues as who did it and all their motive and all that. So anyway, guys, let's get straight to this week's chapter. I'm looking forward to it. I know you guys are. Let's do this. So series part 2, Detective Conan Amuro is moving on the orders of the number 2 in the organization, Rum. File 1010. So this is goodbye. We got Conan and Amuro, or I'm going to keep calling him Bourbon just because that I always remember Bourbon more than anything else, on our cover page here. Let's get into it. So we got obviously screaming. A bunny son suddenly collapsed in pain in the Black Bunny's club. So she's on the floor. Yuri. So we got a Sakura Yuri. She's a worker. She's 25 years old. You okay, Yuri? Yuri. So we got Momoko Gunzo, a wealthy person, 50 years old. He is basically, the whole reason we are here is because he received a threatening letter and he called Mori to come in and investigate and see if they can catch the person. Don't touch a single hair on her head. So Mori's like, don't touch her. Yada, yada, yada. Right, call an ambulance and the police. Okay, but why? Could she have gotten food poisoning from those fruits? This is coming from the butler, who is Fukamachi Atsufumi. He's Moruka's butler. He's 72 years old. No, that's not it. Yeah? Everyone ate fruits from that platter. I can't think of a way for the poison to only affect Yuri-san. So obviously it's poison. We kind of knew that from last week. Besides, Yuri-san did say that she missed lunch and was really hungry. And food poisoning symptoms would not show up less than 30 minutes after ingestion. Okay? So it's Conan getting in on it. Oh, at least that's what the TV quiz show found out in its experiment. It's like, and then Morty's like, quit show my ass. Right? So then she accidentally ate the poisoned fruit that somebody prepared beforehand. So that's coming from Amuro, I believe. Or maybe someone put the poison inside the sake she was drinking. Okay? What do you think, Tante-kun? Why are you asking me? So Amuro's calling Conan Tante-kun. Why don't I ask Uncle Kokoro? Yes, a place called the Black Bunny Club. Please hurry. Where is my wallet? What does it look like? It has a ginkgo pattern. There wasn't a lot of money in it, but the keys, could it be? Okay. This is what you're looking for. It is. Where was it? That black-skinned hottie told me that he found it lying in front of the bathroom. Amuro-san? I was hoping it was Yuri so that I could search it and find out which hotel Maruka-san had been using. Moro-oka-san and Yuri-san are sharing a hotel. Those two are sleeping together. He always calls her Chan, but dropped it when it happened, see? Maybe this is her punishment for using her body to improve her sales. Okay. So, I don't know your connection to Moruka-san, but be careful not to get raped. Yes. So this is Murakami-sana, a worker. She's 28 years old. She's the one who's making these claims. Okay. Arsenic? Alright, so arsenic seemingly is the poison. You're saying that there were traces of arsenic in the sake Yuri-san drank. Yes. That's... So what's Yuri-san's condition? They said that they've finished treating her for now, but she's still unconscious. Alright, so it's not murder. She hasn't died, she was just unconscious. So, do you have any idea who might have targeted Yuri-san? Don't know, no idea. Me. Yuri-chan accidentally drank the poison that was intended to kill me. I was the one who was threatened, so it must have been me they were after. So we got threatened, we got the inspectors here. Right, they're reading the note. I see. Right, so basically the note just says, if you want to stay alive, don't come to the Black Bunnies Club. That's basically what the note says. So you received that threatening letter. Yes, and Yuri-chan took the blow in my stead. But uncle, you see, Yuri-san's glass and your glass have completely different shapes. Huh? Yuri-san's glass was a long, thin champagne glass, and your glass was just a generic long glass, uncle. I don't think you can mix those up. Okay, so it looks like Yuri was actually the intended target. Then Yuri-san was the criminal's target after all. We can't say that for sure yet. This has come from Amuro. Yuri-san collapsed when she tasted sake right after coming back to her seat. Okay, before she left her seat, the glass was covered with a coaster. So it would only have been possible to put the poison inside her glass before she left her seat. Okay. For Muruka-san, who passed by her when she was carrying her glass. Alright, so it would have only been possible by him. So, please let me... So we got a flashback of him walking by. Fukamachi-chan, who was next to her when she put the glass on the table because the smartphone alarm went off. And the one that splashed her cups with red wine, thus creating an opening when she left her seat. Murakami-san, a worker here. As far as I can recall, only those three could have put the poison inside Yuri-san's glass, right? Right, Mari-sensei? Yeah. This guy's pretty observant. Anyway, how about we listen to the details of what happened? First, Moruka-san. So we basically got Moruka, the butler, and the worker. They're the three. Alright, so I don't know why Moruka would have done it, nor the butler. But I could see why the woman did, because she was going to take the top in sales, and I believe she was the one who's currently topping the sales. So, and she's also making up little things like, assuming we think she's making up stuff that she's sleeping with Moruka and stuff like that. Alright? So you went to get the glasses from the car yourself. Your butler's glasses. You, his master. Yeah, his glasses were under the table and I accidentally stepped on them. The sauce for tamagoyaki was right next to Fukamachi-kun. So I tried to reach for it and heard a crack. But why were his glasses under the table? The last thing I remember is leaving them on the table after wiping the lenses. They probably fell down after being pushed by someone's elbow. He wanted to go get the spare pair because he can't see very well, but that would have been dangerous, so I went in his stead. But you have pretty weird taste. A sauce for tamagoyaki? Huh? Isn't it tasty? Alright. So that's why Inspector McGuire's more worried about. Like, seriously, you use sauce for that? Like, really? By the way, Yuri-chan also ate tamagoyaki with sauce, right? She said that it's a habit she picked up from someone. Look. Alright. So we got a picture of Yuri-chan there with the sauce. Anyway, I had no reason to poison her. She was my favorite. Or so you say. But maybe you were actually troubled because she pressured you to marry her, right? Yeah? And that habit of putting sauce on tamagoyaki, she got that from you, her lover, no? What? Alright. And that threatening letter was a fake you made yourself. You were planning to make us all think that she accidentally took the poison in your stead, right? Before your wife discovers that you have a mistress. Stop that! Don't you see the age gap between us? Besides, my wife died half a year ago from an illness. Okay. Huh. So you misused your phone and rang an alarm. Okay. So now it looks like Morty's moving onto the butler. Because of that, the workers' victims included thought that they were hearing an earthquake warning and checked their phones, right? Yes. I wanted to check the mail while my master went to get the glasses. I'm not used to smartphones. So that means you didn't have your glasses on at that moment. Yes. That's why I could only see blurry. At that time, I didn't know who owned which glass on the table since everyone had the same outfit. Okay? You say that, but in reality, you've already undergone elastic surgery and had your vision restored, huh? If you think so, go try them on yourself. My glasses. He looks like he's heading into Morty. Ah, what the? So obviously, that's not it. How can you see in this thing? And obviously, I'm not wearing contact lenses either. And even if I did, those lenses would have to be on my body or close to it. So please search me all you want. Besides, just like my master, I had no incentive. And this club isn't even our primary destination. Meaning, the master has taken a liking in a Western clothing shop that is located next door to this establishment. And he really only kills time here while his suits are being hemmed up. Right, master? Yes. Okay. As I was saying, I just splashed some wine after bumping into her, right? I'm not some kind of nutty spy. There's no way I could have put poison in there in the second after we bumped into each other. Okay? Then same here. I couldn't put the poison in just by passing her. Well, we weren't around at that point. So, first and foremost, did I stand to gain anything by poisoning you? There is, spit it out. No. You didn't want to lose your top spot. Okay. So I kind of feel that. Alright? I asked the other bunnies. Every 6 months, the club checks which bunny girl generated the most sales. It looks like the girl that comes in first receives a major bonus. You were number 1 for 2 years, but you were nervous that Yuri-chan was catching up to you. You'd already bought something expensive using that bonus, so you had no other choice but to poison her, huh? What? If you really believe that, then go ahead and tell me what expensive thing I supposedly bought. Hey, Conan-kun, do you know who the culprit is? Huh? He was here a minute ago, so it looks like Conan and Amuro both did. If you're looking for that boy, he just asked me where the parking lot is and then went outside with that dark-skinned dreamboat. Amuro-san? So he's gone out with Amuro. Yes, master. Yes, master did indeed come here to get his butler Fukumachi-san's glasses. Also, Detective Morty, alongside Detective Morty. So, anything seemed off at that point? Off? Like looking at the club, quickly glancing at his watch? No, nothing of the sort. Speaking of things that are off, that applies more to the master's figure, right after he suddenly went super slim, he started gaining a ton of weight. Maybe there's something troubling him. He's been getting a lot of wounds recently as well. Yeah, he said that he stumbled over a ramp. Wounds? Next time you injure yourself, I won't be able to treat you. You see, I'm going to a faraway place. Okay. So it looks like Amuro is this goodbye, Reikun. Amuro-san, Amuro-san. Amuro-san! Huh? Something's wrong. You spaced out. No, it's nothing. Why did I remember that woman just now? So Conan's looking at. Suddenly, the mysterious woman appears in Amuro's mind. Okay. And that's the end of this week's chapter. Interesting. Alright guys, just hang on a second and we'll jump straight into the review. Alright guys, so let's get straight to this review. Alright, so the victim here is, give me a second, I'm going to make sure I get all these names right so I don't butcher the name, is Asakura Yuri. She's a worker. She's 25 years old. She isn't dead. She was poisoned using arsenic. So she is recovering. She's currently unconscious, so she's not dead. She's not dead, which is a good thing because we don't want to see a cute young lady get killed. The three possible suspects is Maruka Gunzo. He's the 50-year-old wealthy guy. The whole reason why Mori, Conan, and everyone is there. He received a threatening letter saying, "Don't go to the Black Bunnies Club if you know your life." Yada yada yada. Right? So he's one of the main reasons. That's the main. He's there. His butler, Fukamachi Atsufumi. He's 72 years old, but he does have very bad eyesight. And then the last one is a worker, Murakami Sana. She's 28 years old, and she's a worker. Right? They have all had an opportunity to poison her. For Muramaka, it was when she bumped and spilt the wine into her. That was a possible opportunity for her to stick the thing, arsenic or whatever, into a drink. For Maruka, it was when he was heading out to get his butler's glasses, Fukamachi's glasses, and obviously Fukamachi had a chance when obviously he's sitting there and his phone was going off with an alarm because he doesn't quite know how to use a smartphone. So everyone's freaking out. He could have, even though he was very, very blind and everything's blurry, he could still make out and drop in the arsenic to the thing, into her glass. Okay? So long as he's got a general idea, right? So they all had opportunity to do it, even though they say there was no opportunity for us to do this. But there was an opportunity. So we know arsenic is the main thing, was the poison, and they are the three suspects, right? So, and what are their motives? So one motive, the only motive that we can really come up is for Muramaka, Murakami, because for the last 2 years, she has been the #1 worker, and every 6 months, if you have the most sales, you get a big bonus, right? And she's been basically the #1 sales girl for the last 2 years. And obviously with Yuri getting a massive thing to just this one night, with Mukuro basically saying, all right, everything, all the drinks for the bunny girls are on me, right? That all goes to her sales, right? So that's going to boost her sales up quite drastically. And that's a big threat, especially if she, has she has that reputation of being the best. She doesn't want to lose competitiveness. That's the only real motive here. The other motive that we somewhat kind of have is apparently Yuki and Maruka are, just make sure I get it, and Maruka are sleeping together, supposedly, and she's possibly pressuring him into marriage. So that's also a possible motive for why the butler did it. But yeah, so pretty much that's the main thing we got this week, and we got the start of the investigation, right? So, and we got Bourbon, basically he's coming out with these are the three suspects. That's the majority of what we got. And then we finding out a little bit more about why she uses sauce on this tamagoyaki. I believe that's like an egg thing, but she uses sauce on that, and that's something that Maruka does as well. It's like, oh, she picked it up from someone, and they show a picture of her doing that. So that's kind of odd. It's kind of leading us to say that Maruka is the one behind it, right? And then we got Morty doing his stupid thing, going through accusing everybody, yada yada, saying what this is their reason for doing it, yada yada yada. Eventually, we find out that Conan and Bourbon have gone outside and they're talking to Maruka's bodyguard, saying, "Look, yeah, the master did come out here to get his butler Fukumachi-san's glasses." And they're like, did he seem odd at all? Was he doing it like glancing at the club, quickly watching? glancing at his watch, that kind of stuff. And it's like, no, but the only thing that's really been different is like he got really, really slim and then he started gaining a lot of weight again. Maybe there was something troubling him. So, and he's also been getting a lot of wounds recently as well. Yeah, he said that he stumbled over a ramp and he was like, wounds? So that's the only thing I'm kind of curious. Why bring up wounds that he's getting all these wounds on his body? And he goes, next time you injure yourself, I won't be able to treat you. You see, I'm going to a faraway place. Okay? So, and I believe this is that panel there is Bourbon remembering something. And then we get a very interesting panel, right? Of Amuro remembering something. So this is goodbye, Rei-kun. With him as a young kid with a woman. All right? I don't quite know who the woman is. I believe we have seen her, but I'm not 100% sure yet. And then we got Conan like, Amuro-san, Amuro-san, Amuro-san. Huh? Something wrong? You're supposed to... No, it's nothing. Why did I remember that woman just now? Then we go, suddenly the mysterious woman appears in Amuro's mind. So the question is, who is she? Do we know her? I got a feeling we have seen her before, but I'm not 100% sure. So maybe you guys can remind me in that comment section below where we saw her, or possibly if you know her name. So yeah, that's in the grand scheme of things. We didn't get really a lot of clues from what I can tell. I'll have to go through it again and really read it and look for stuff. But going off what I've read, there wasn't really many clues. I believe next week we're probably going to get some clues and stuff like that. We basically got the motives and the suspects, and that's about it. And then Morty being a complete fucking idiot that Morty is. So, but the whole thing that I'm really looking forward to. I'm not really too worried about the mystery. I do want to solve it, but I'm not really too worried about it. It's more the whole how Bourbon and Akai end up together and who this woman is. That's who I'm really curious about. But anyway, guys, overall for this chapter, the chapter was good. The art was solid, standard chapter, nothing really special. The only real interesting stuff was this one panel on the last page. Who is this woman? Why did all of a sudden Bourbon remember her? Could this be Rum? Quite possibly. Do we know who she is? Have we seen her previously? There's a lot of questions to be asked. Obviously, there's people out there who know the story a lot better than me and will know it inside and out and outside and in. If you do know who she is and you know her name, let me know in that comment section below. I really want to know if we've seen her. She does look familiar, but I don't quite know from where. That's the only thing that's kind of troubling me. All right, that's the only thing that's kind of made me go, I'm not quite sure. All right, she does remind me of there's maybe 2 or 3 people that I'm kind of arming and ahhing about, but yeah, I'm not going to go into who I think it could possibly be. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. So overall for this chapter, I'm going to give it 3 stars. It was a good, solid chapter. It gets a little bit extra just for a little bit of a mystery that we got with that woman. And obviously Conan is definitely like, what's really going on? Conan's looking and watching Amuro or Bourbon very closely now. So yeah, that's all for me, guys. That is all for me, guys. Anyway, let me know in that comment section below what you guys thought of the chapter. Did you like it? Didn't like it? All that kind of jazz. And as always, guys, smash that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. You know it's free. We all love free shit. And as always, guys, dingle that bell. It will dangle every time I upload. And as always, I'm Free01. You guys are awesome. And I'll catch you guys with another live reaction and review. Peace!